back to my channel, Aging Smart with Nazila, and I'm Nazila. I hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July. It was a wonderful time with friends and family. And today we are going to be discussing something very important, so I hope you stay and watch the entire video because you are going to be getting some really important tips and ideas how to avoid caregiver stress and caregiver burnout. Okay, so we are going to define what is caregiver burnout because a lot of people might not really realize it, what the exact definition is, or think it's one thing, but it's many things, such as burnout stage could be emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. So you could be, your energy could go from a caring, positive person to a negative and unconcerned person. And when caregiver burnout happens, it's usually because the person who's providing the care is just not getting enough help, and they're thinking that they could handle everything on their own, which they can't, and they might need some help. So that's when either caregiver will be affecting its physical appearance or financially. So caregivers who are burned out, they might be experiencing, fatigue, anxiety, depression, missing their appointments. Those are the signs to be watching out for. They're just not getting any time to spend on their own, but they spend all their energy and time trying to make sure the person that they're caring for is taken care of. But it is very important to get respite and do things for yourself because it's very important to make sure you're healthy enough to take care of your loved one for long-term goal, as a long-term goal. Because, if you try to do everything on your own, you might come to a point where you get ill and end up in a hospital, and the person you're caring for, they're going to be left on their own. So we're going to be talking about a few different ways of getting respite and what you could do differently that you're not doing. So stay tuned, and we'll be talking about that a little later on. I think it's very important to know what kind of dementia your loved one has, because it's very important because every dementia is different with everyone. But I think the main thing is if you know as much as information and get educated on, it will help you understand and help them better. For example, if someone has regular dementia versus a Lewy body dementia, what are the differences? And a lot of the times you could attend events in hospitals that they might have, where they go over all this. A great resource is Alzheimer's Association. They always have tons of information and tons of events near you. I think that's very important. And I think joining a support group is major because when you're in a support group, everyone needs support. And either it's a family member or some people that you don't even know who are going through the same things, and they just want to, be there to discuss what they're going through. And you might say, oh, I went through that, or I'm going through the same thing. And it's very important to know that you're not alone here, and there's other people that are going through the same thing, and it feels good to talk about it. A lot of people are shy, or they feel embarrassed to go and talk about it, but it's once you do it, it's you feel better inside, and it makes you very proud of what you're doing because it's a very hard thing to do. And another thing is trying meditation, and that's has been helping a lot of people because when they meditate, they're very calm. It clears your head, and it's a very, very good thing that you could try. And some people even try yoga. Just you got to figure out what works for you and just go with that. Okay, guys, so we are going to talk about a few ways for you to get respite. Number one is finding an adult day center near you. I currently own an adult day center facility right here in Rocky Hill, Connecticut, and I honestly see how it just helps family members because it's a win-win situation for the client because the client gets to stay home, the caregiver of the client gets a respite, and then the client is in a really nice facility. They get to be very social, they get to do fun things, arts, crafts, they do memory games. We exercise here. A lot of the places will provide breakfast, lunch, and snack because it's an all-day program. Some might have half days, but again, I think to get the full benefit, definitely do a full day. Daycares usually run from 8:30 in the morning till about 4 or 5 in the evening. So it's an all day for you to get some time for you to do what you have to do. So, you could go to your appointments, you could clean, if you want to sit and read a book, if you want to go out with your friends. This creates that opportunity, which helps, you keep the loved one at home because you're getting respite and you have full energy when they get home to really, fully take care of them. So this would help them stay home and avoid nursing homes. But then, when it comes to that, we could talk about that a little bit in our later on videos to talk about, when it's the time for that and, how to choose the right nursing home and assisted living. So that's all in the future videos. But right now, we're talking about keeping your loved one at home. You as a caregiver doing the full care to get a respite. And, it's one of my favorite things to suggest for family members and caregivers, because I think, again, it's the best thing that you could do because, they're, instead of keeping your loved ones at home, they're in a social environment where they're just having fun and, talking with people that are going through the same things. And usually the staff in adult day center programs, they're really trained. So they really know how to handle people with mild dementia and to severe. So that's a really good option. Another option is you could do a home care where you would have a caregiver come into your house and provide hourly care when you have to go out to do something. But again, I recommend doing the day center first. And if that doesn't work for some reason, or you just needed to go to an appointment or something, but it should, day center should be a regular thing where they're attending at least 2 to 3 days a week. And, some people do 5 days, even, sometimes Saturday, Sunday's open. But again, everyone's situation is different. You just really have to figure out, what works for you and that you're getting enough time to do what you have to do. And, another thing is to check out nursing homes and assisted livings, because they do offer respite care programs, which if you're going out for the weekend or if you're going on a trip for a week, your family member will just stay a short term there while you get to go to vacation and, do what you have to do. So I think that's a great idea to check those as well. But again, just definitely there's options rather than you trying to do the full care 7 days a week, every day. That just becomes a lot. And that's the main reason why people burn out. So it's really good to take breaks. If daily, even better. But again, Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed my video about how to avoid caregiver burnout. Please let me know if you have any other comments or questions. I would love to answer them for you. And I hope everyone learned some useful information. And please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next Friday. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.